Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 1, Episode 4 of our gameplay of Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. We are playing through the tutorial exploration that's included with the core box rules. So basically, it's a walkthrough. We are playing the character Beor. We've got a Menhir on the board. We've got Beor on the board. He's just completed his first adventure in the Hunter's Grove in rounds 2 and 3, and now we are moving on to the second day in his adventure. So looking forward to jumping into it. Before we do, a quick shout out to this channel's sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. We've got a bookstore down below. As you guys know, the channel is not monetized, but you can pick up the omnibus edition of the Cat 2 Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence. This channel is brought to you by the books we publish, so this is a great way of supporting us. This is a massive grimoire of Lovecraftian horror. Go check it out in the bookstore link. It makes a great gift. You can also check out our other works, Alchemy and Anthroposophy and the Dune Saga, Artificial Psychoanalysis of Desiring Machines, 2 hardcover volumes. Helps to support the channel. If you go to our other sister channel, Pontos Fathom Press, we've actually got podcasts across all those topics, whether it's the Lovecraft material, Dune material, ongoing books like Tales of the Yellow Sign by August Moldenhauer, William Mitchell's Dead Sons 11 and Locksmiths of Quanta from the Locksmith Saga, and also the Killingworth Bogman Saga. So go check out the bookstore. Helps us to support the channel. You can also support us on our Patreon for as little as $1. You can read Genealogy of Cthulhu, or you can be a full-time Pontos Fathomer. $5 gets you access to all of our material, including upcoming gameplay on Song of Ice and Fire, exclusive content, Joan of Arc gameplay and miniature painting. And if you go to our website, you can see all of our game playlist on YouTube, including Eldritch Horror, Song of Ice and Fire, War of the Ring, Cthulhu Wars, Game of Thrones, Conan by Monolith, and many, many more. So go check it out. It helps to support us here. We'll be doing some model builds coming up. And we've got the Monsters of Avalon on the table. I don't know that they'll come into play in this, but once we get into Season 2 and we start playing our full Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon game, I'm sure we'll be putting those on the board. So go check out our miniature painting. And as usual, thanks to our Patreons and subscribers to grow the channel. It helps us to get monetized and to get this content out to you. So thanks a lot to everyone. So let's jump into it. It is the start of the second day. It says, prepare the start of the second day just like before. Reduce the Menhir dial. So we'll go ahead and change this Menhir dial from 7 to 6. I'm actually going to probably swap these out soon. I do have, I haven't opened them yet, but I do have these metallic. Maybe I'll do it by the end of the game, or maybe when I start the first real game, I'll put these in. But we've got those metallic, they're actually much nicer. If you check these out, and maybe we'll do it in our Season 2. We'll start playing with those. But in the meantime, we've got the Menhir down to Season 6. His light is fading, and then we read the next event card. So they've got a virtual event card for us here, and it says, "Tired and in pain, you start the final leg of your journey." Hint: sometimes event cards have an additional impact on the game. Remember to apply any rules you find on them. Okay. So it says, entering the Whitening. Travel right to location 107, the Whitening. As you remember, like our indication was from earlier, it says that our monster was going to be in this northeast corner. So now we finally made our way through the Hunter's Grove. We gathered food. We encountered our first monster. And now we're entering the Whitening. So we pay 1 energy. So we're down to 4. And we move Beor to the Whitening card. No new location icons are revealed. They would be too far from the Menhir. So the Menhir here is, he only can reveal 1 away. So like, for example, these would be revealed if you were here, but these are two steps away, so you cannot reveal them. Whitening has a lightning icon, and this is an instant rule that you must resolve as soon as you enter the location. The action instructs you to draw a blue encounter. So we'll now go to the blue encounter card here. And it says Suspicious Guard. Okay. So there's Suspicious Guard. Unlike your previous encounter, this is a diplomatic challenge. A very inquisitive guard stops you as you enter the location. Okay. So we drew this blue encounter card. We got the suspicious guard. And it says, place the blue encounter card face up so you have plenty of space to the right of the card. Okay. Part 10, the first diplomacy turn. So this is our first diplomacy turn. So diplomatic encounters are similar to combat encounters. The main difference is that instead of gathering points in the combat pool, you will engage in a tug of war on the affinity track. Okay, the affinity track. Visible on the left edge of the encounter card. Okay, here's the encounter card here. If a marker on the top during the affinity card, you win. If it's on the bottom, you lose. Okay, so we're going to place a marker there. Diplomatic encounters also don't have a combat table. Instead, they have multiple stages. To win, you need to push the marker to the top of the card. Okay, so we're going to prepare 2 help cards, one with diplomacy overview and one with combat diplomacy. Then place a marker on the gray slot of the affinity track. So we're going to place a marker on the gray slot of the affinity track. What does that mean? Here, we put the marker here, place the start marker there. Okay? That's the start marker. Now we're going to draw 3 diplomacy cards. And we have the eye for detail, backtrack, and show off. So those are our 3 cards. And it asks us to play the eye for detail. So we'll take the eye for detail card. It has the this symbol right here. So we're going to place this here. That's going to lock that there. A special diplomacy bonus that varies depending on the encounter card in the stage of the encounter. And this stage, every symbol yields 1 up arrow. So this means you can move the affinity track up 1 to the next one. So we've got to move up from gray to the light green. And then we can place this hourglass marker on the eye for detail card. And it says to draw 1 card. Place this here to draw 1 card. Place this here and we draw 1 card. Okay, great. We got that set. It's time for the affinity check. The marker is not on the highest or the lowest slot of the affinity check, so nothing happens. So we do draw another diplomacy card, right? I believe. The opponent responds with a skull. Where is the skull? Oh, this response happens after every turn. So we move our track down 1. We discard our 3 cards. And then we draw another diplomacy cards. Okay, so that's going to be to do it for the first diplomacy turn. Okay, now it's for the second diplomacy turn. The new turn begins and Bear has something to take care of in the delayed ability step. Remove this from the Eye of Detail card and then draw 1 card. Play Misdirection. So here's Misdirection. We have Misdirection as your first card. Connecting on the bottom. 2x multiplier. That grants us to go up 2. So we move that up 2. Affinity track is moved up 2. Then play Threatening Voice as your second card. So now we can play Threatening Voice. Okay, this is another card. Threatening Voice we play. And this is going to allow us to play... this card instructs you to lose 1 rep, but you don't have to if nothing does. Also, the character has at least 2 aggression. Bayor does. Move the marker slot 1 up on the affinity track. Okay, we move up 1 slot in the affinity track. Perform the affinity track. The marker is now at the highest spot of the affinity track. This was the last and only stage, which means Beor wins and earns the reward. Place one marker in the reputation slot. So now he gets a reputation added into his reputation slot. So now he's got reputation finally. Okay. Put the encounter card at the bottom of the blue deck. So encounter card goes in the blue deck, and put the and discard all of the drawn cards, and we'll place them at the bottom of the diplomacy deck. If you want to place encounter again, ignoring any losses to familiarize yourself with the rules. Okay, so we've entered the whitening, and we will jump into that in round number 5. So thanks for watching. We will officially enter the whitening, having encountered the suspicious guard. We now enter the whitening, and we'll do that in the next turn. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.